Hello students, hi, good morning. My name is Priyanka. Today I'll be teaching you science, okay? Today we will learn science. This is for class 3rd, okay? And today our topic is housing and clothing. We will learn about housing and clothing, okay? So let us begin with the contents. What are we going to study today? What are the contents in this housing and clothing? First, we will start with housing. Okay. First, we will learn about what is house. What do you mean by a house and what are the different kinds of house? Okay. In part 1, we will start with housing first. Okay. Then we will move towards clothing. Okay. Now, let us move towards the contents that we are going to study today. Okay. So students, today we will study types of house. Okay, what are the types of house? That is KUTCHA house and PUCCA house. Okay, then we will study good and clean house. We will study good and clean house. And the sub point is how to keep a house good and clean. So in this topic housing, we will study these types of houses, KUTCHA house and PUCCA house, and good and clean house, and how can you keep your house good and clean. Okay, so let us move towards house. What do you mean by a house? Okay. So students, what do you mean by a house? Where do you live? Where do you live in? You live in a house. Yes or no? You live with your mummy, your father, then your sisters and your brothers. Yes or no? Where do you live? You live at home. Yes? So students, what it is written there? What is a house? A house is a place where we live in. Okay? We live in our house. Yes or no? Then a house is a place where we live in. Okay. A house protects us from heat, cold, rain, dust, storms, etc. How does a house protect us? Why do we live inside a house? So that a house protects us. Yes or no? If you are feeling so much hot and if you are feeling cold, can you stay outside? No, we need a house to live in. Yes or no? And a house protects us from heat, cold, rain, dust, storms, etc. Yes, when it rains, where do you stay? You stay inside your house. Yes or no? You can't come outside in the rain and you just wet yourself outside. Who protects us? Our house protects us. Okay, then houses are built according to the climate of the places where we live. And the house that we live in are built according to the climate of the places. Okay, different places have different climate. Yes or no? In some places it is so hot, in some places it is cold. Yes or no? In cold region you will find houses made of wood, bamboos. Yes or no? Those houses keep the people warm inside the house. That is why according to climate, different houses are built in different places. Yes or no? Here in Rajasthan, the weather is very hot. The climate is very hot. Yes or no? Can you live in a bamboo or in a wooden house? No, you cannot live. You will feel very hot. That is why here the houses are made up of what? Bricks and cement. Yes? And in some places, some houses are made up of mud, bamboos. Yes or no? So, in different places, houses are built according to the climate. Understood? Then walls, doors, roof have to be made to suit the climate of a places. And when we build a house, we should build walls, doors, roof, everything according to the climate. Okay. Here we have what kind of roof? We have terrace, yes or no? We have cemented roof, yes or no? But in different places, in some places houses have roofs of tin, okay? And some bamboo, some straws, some hut. In different places there are different houses, okay? So according to the climate, we build our house, okay? A house is a place where we live in, and a house protects us from heat, cold, rain, dust, storms, etc. Okay? And a house are built according to the climate of the places that we live in. Understood? Now let us move to the next point, that is types of houses. What kind of houses are there? Okay? What are the different types of houses? Can you see it is written there? There are two kinds of houses. What are the two kinds of houses? It is KUTCHA house and PUCCA house. It is written there, see, in red color. KUTCHA. KUTCHA house and PUCCA. PUCCA house. Okay, there are two kinds of houses. Number one, it is KUTCHA house, and number two, it is PUCCA house. Okay, can you see the different pictures of KUTCHA house and PUCCA house? Now, KUTCHA houses. What is KUTCHA house? Okay, what is a KUTCHA house? Houses that are made of mud, wood and straws are called KUTCHA house. What are KUTCHA house? Houses that are made of mud, wood and straws are called KUTCHA house. Can you see in the picture above? It is a KUTCHA house. It is made up of mud, wood and straws. Okay. The roof of the KUTCHA house, can you see? It is made up of straw. Straw is a grassy-like substance or grassy-like thing that through which you build the roof of a KUTCHA house. Okay, it is a grassy-like thing that you use to build the roof of a KUTCHA house. Okay. Now, what is PUCCA house? PUCCA house, that houses that are made up of concrete, bricks, cement, stones, timber, etc. are called PUCCA house. The picture below, can you see what it is made up of? It is made up of brick, cement, concrete, stones, timber. These are what? PUCCA houses. Okay, PUCCA houses are more stronger than KUTCHA house because PUCCA houses are made up of what? Brick, cement, stone. Yes or no? And KUTCHA houses are made up of what? KUTCHA houses are made up of mud, wood, straw, etc. These are the materials through which we make KUTCHA house, and PUCCA houses are made up of bricks, cement, stone, timber, etc. Okay, so now you came to know what are the two kinds of houses. Those are KUTCHA house and PUCCA house. Okay, now let us move towards the next content, that is what materials do you need to build a PUCCA house. Okay, what are the materials that you need to build a PUCCA house? So students, what are the materials that you need to build a PUCCA house? You need bricks for wall and roof. Okay, can you see the picture of brick number 1? Bricks for wall and roof. Then wood for window frames. Yes or no? You have window at your home. How it is made? It is made up of wood. The frame of the windows are made up of wood. Okay. Wood for window frames, cement to make concrete, to wall. Yes or no? We need cement to make concrete. Then steel for house frame. To frame a house, we need steel rods. Okay. Then stones to mix with cement. We need stones so that we can mix with the cement and make concrete, and after that we can plaster our house so that our house will build up strong. Okay. Then glasses for window. Okay. So these are the materials that we need to build a PUCCA house. What are the materials? Bricks for wall and roof. Then wood for window frames. Okay. Then cement to make concrete. Then steel for house frame. Okay. Then stones to mix with cement, and glass for windows. Understood? These are the materials that is required to build a PUCCA house. Okay. Now let us move to the next content, that is materials needed to build a KUTCHA house. Okay. What are the materials that we need to build a KUTCHA house? Okay. So students, what are the materials that we need to build a KUTCHA house? To build a KUTCHA house, we need mud, straws, wood and bamboo. Okay. Can you see the pictures? The house, it is made up of, see, wood, bamboo. The tins are there in the KUTCHA house. No roof is there. No concrete roof is there. Yes or no? Then you have houses made of mud and the roof is made up of straw. Straw are a kind of grass that is used to make the roof of a KUTCHA house. Okay. Straws are a kind of grasses that is used to make the roof of a KUTCHA house. Okay. So these are the materials to build a KUTCHA house. Mud, straw, wood and bamboo. Understood? Now let us move to the next point, that some different kinds of houses. What are the different kinds of houses that you can see around? Okay. So students, now let us study some different kinds of houses. Okay. There are many different kinds of houses. Now let us study different types of houses that you see. Okay. So can you see the picture? The first one is a tall building. Yes or no? These are known as apartments. What are these known as? Apartments. Okay. And these apartments are built in cities where no enough space is available. These big buildings, apartments, are built in big cities where there is very less space to build a house. Where there is very less space to build many houses together, there people build apartments. And in apartments, apartment is a tall building with small houses in it. Okay, apartments are tall buildings with small houses in it. Okay, small flats. Have you heard about flats? These flats are situated in these tall buildings, apartments. Okay. And these apartments are built in big cities where there is no enough space to build many houses together. Okay. And the next picture, can you see? It is a bungalow. What it is? It is a bungalow. Bungalow is a big house with many rooms. Okay. A bungalow is a big house with many rooms with wide space. With a huge space around. Okay. And a bungalow is built there. Understood? They are built outside the cities. They are built outside the cities where enough space is available. Bungalows are not built in cities. They are built outside the cities where there is lots of space. bungalow with many rooms in it. Okay, and these apartments are built in big cities where there is no enough space available. Okay, there are small space, but there are many people to stay. So they build big buildings, and in that building small houses are given, which is known as flats. Okay, so that many people can stay in a particular apartment. Understood? These bungalows and buildings are also a type of house. Okay, now let us move to the next point, that is the different kind of house. Okay, let us see the different more kinds of house. Okay, see now students, what kind of houses are built in villages? In villages, what kind of houses do we build? We build huts and mud houses. Can you see the picture? Mud house and hut. Yes, these houses are built in villages where people don't have so much of money to build big bungalows and big apartments, big houses. So they build these mud houses and huts to live in. Okay, these mud houses are made using mud and straw. I already told you what is straw. It is a kind of grass that is used to build the roof of a house. Okay, these mud houses are made using mud and straw, and they are built in villages. Okay, and these huts are also made of mud and straw. Okay, these houses are built in villages. This mud walls and this straw roof keep the house very cool even in summer. Even in hot climate, these mud houses built with mud walls and the roof that is made with straw, it keeps the house very cool in summer also. Okay, it absorbs less sunlight than that of apartments and buildings and bungalows. Okay, they are built with concrete, cement and all, yes or no, and they absorb lots of sun's heat. But these houses, they are made of mud, straws. They do not absorb so much of sunlight. So if they do not absorb so much of sunlight, how will it become hot? Yes or no? And these houses in villages, they built these kind of houses so that they can keep themselves cool even in summer days. Okay. Now, what are the next kind of houses? Let me see. So students, another type of house is caravans. Can you see? Houses on wheels. It can be moved with, like the horse are attached to that houses, and it can be moved from one place to another. These caravans are houses on wheels. Okay. People who move from one place to another to buy or sell their goods live in caravans. Okay. People who keeps on moving from one place to another, who keeps on traveling from one place to another to sell their goods or to buy some goods. Okay, they live in this kind of houses which is built on wheel. They don't have big rooms in it, only a single room where they can stay inside. Okay, and these wheels are driven by the horses. Okay, these horses pull this house from one place to another, and these houses can be moved from one place to another. People who travel to buy some goods or to sell some goods, okay, they live in this kind of houses. Okay, and this is not a big house. It is a small house with only a single small cottage-like room. Okay, now the another kind of house is sloped roof house. It is written there, see, sloped roof house, SLOPPED, sloped ROOF roof house. Can you see? So this sloped roof houses are built in mountain ranges with heavy rainfall. Okay, where is this sloped roof houses built? These houses are built in mountains. Okay, in hilly areas where there is very very high range of rainfall. Okay, so that the water can pass through the houses. That is why they build sloped roof houses, so that these houses can drain off the rainwater easily from the roof. Understood? Now let us move to the next type, that is so students, the next the another different type of houses are houses on stilts. Houses on stilts. Okay, can you see that? STILTS, houses on stilts. These houses are found in the regions with heavy rain and constant floods, like in plain region. Okay, these kind of houses you will find in the state of Assam. Okay, in Assam you can see these kind of houses. Why? Because Assam is a plain region, and there during the rainy seasons it occurs flood. Okay, so people built these kind of houses, and these houses are built on bamboo stand or some kind of pillars, and on top of that the houses are built so that the water, even if the water accumulates the ground, they can live safely and comfortably in the houses. Otherwise their houses will get drained off in the flood. Okay, the houses get drained off in the flood. That is why in the plain region, the regions with heavy rainfall and constant flood built these kind of houses, houses on stilts. And houses on stilts means these houses are built on the pillars, long pillars. Okay, then now the next is bamboo house. A bamboo house is also a kind of house that is built on stilts. Okay, these are built from bamboos. Okay, these houses keep the house very cool during summer. Okay, and it protects the houses from heavy rainfall and floods. Understood? So these are the different kinds of houses that we find. Okay, now let us see some more different houses. Okay, see students, one more kind of houses, that is igloo. IGLOOS, igloos. These igloos are made up of snow. What it is made up of? These igloos are made up of snow. Okay, they are built in polar region where it is extremely cold. Their dome shape helps to keep warm inside. Understood? These igloos are made up of snow. These houses are made up of snow, and these houses are made in polar region which are very cold, extremely cold, where 12 months there remain only ice. Okay, where whole year it remains only ice, and in those polar region these igloos are made, and the dome shape, that is the round shape of this igloo, this helps to keep warm inside. The dome shape of this igloo helps to keep warm inside. Okay, and the next house, that is tent. TENTS, tents. What are tents? These tents are a kind of houses that are made up of cloth. These are made using clothes. Okay, these are made using clothes. Can you see the picture? These houses are built in desert where it is very hot. These tents are built in desert. Okay, in desert area these tent houses are built. Why? Because the cloth allows a breeze to blow through, keeping the tent cool. Okay, these are built with cloth, and this cloth allows the breeze to blow inside the tent, keeping the tent cool in the hot days. Okay, so these are some kinds of houses that you see in different places. Understood? Now let us move to the next point. Keeping our house good and clean. How can we keep our house good and clean? Okay. So students, now how can we keep our house good and clean? We must always keep our house neat and clean. Yes or no? Do we loiter our house? Do we make our house untidy and dirty? No, we should not make our house untidy and dirty, and we should not keep our house untidy and dirty. Why? Because we live in it. Yes or no? And the place where we live in it, we should keep that place neat and tidy. Okay? See what it is written there? A house can be big or small. It can have one or more rooms. Yes or no? A house can be big or a house can be small. It can have many rooms or it can have only one or two rooms. Okay, but it is our responsibility that we must keep our house neat and tidy, that is clean. Okay, there are three essential features of a good house. A house to be good, we should always have these three essential features. Okay, that is well lit. Well lit means good amount of light should be produced inside the house. A house should not be dull. Okay, a house should not be dull. Okay, it should be well lit. Understood? Then it should be airy. Airy means it should have windows so that the air can enter the houses. It should not be very congested, that you cannot breathe inside your house. Okay, then it should be clean. It should be neat and clean. Okay, and living in a clean house help us to stay healthy and happy. If we live in a good and clean house, it keeps us healthy and our mind refreshing, and we stay there happily. Okay, then insects and germs are found in dirty places and spread diseases. So living in a dirty house can make us ill. If we keep our house dirty, untidily, what will happen? Many kinds of insects and germs will be found in a house. Yes or no? And what does it will do? It will make us ill. It will make us fall sick. Understood? A dirty house can make us fall sick because many insects and germs will be found in dirty places. Okay? That is why we should keep our house neat and clean. Okay? So now students, what are the different ways through which we can keep our house neat and clean? How can we keep our house neat and clean? See the first point, it is sunlight. What it is written? Sunlight. Okay. It is very essential for us. It keeps the house free from germs. So a good house should have doors and windows to let in sunlight. Well lit means to let in the sunlight. We should let the sunlight in our houses. Okay. This sunlight is very essential for us. Why? Because it keeps the houses free from germs. It keeps the houses free from germs. Okay. And a good house should have doors and windows. A good house should have doors and windows so that the sunlight can enter into our house. Okay. And the next point is clean and fresh air. Clean and fresh air. Clean and fresh air keeps us healthy. Yes or no? Clean and fresh air keeps us healthy. Okay? So, a house should have windows and open spaces. A house should have many windows, open spaces like veranda, balconies to let plenty of fresh air. to let in plenty of fresh air. If we have a very congested house, like houses in cities, can you see? Those are so congested. There is no space around. How do you feel? You feel hot every time. But if you have lots of spaces and you can let in clean and fresh air, you feel good, yes or no? You feel healthy, you feel good. That is why it is very important to have a windows and door and open spaces nearby our houses, okay? Like veranda, balcony, so that the fresh air can enter our house and make the surrounding of our house more pleasant and neat and clean, okay? And also plants, growing plants around the house makes the air clean. We should always grow plants nearby our houses because it purifies the air. Plants purify the air, making the air what? Making the air healthy. Okay. Then wire nettings. What do you mean by wire netting? Wire netting in door and windows stop the entry of insects such as mosquitoes and flies. It also allows sunlight and air to come in. Okay. If you build door and windows in the house, you always do wire nettings in the door and windows, so that even if you keep your door open, the wire nettings will not allow the insects like mosquitoes and flies to enter inside your house, and it will allow sunlight and fresh air to come inside your house. That is why people must do wire nettings in their door and windows. Understood? Now let us move to the next point. Household waste should be thrown into dustbin, and dustbin should be kept covered and cleared daily. Okay. The dirty things that we should throw all the household waste. The waste materials, we should always throw those materials into the dustbin. We should not loiter, or we should not throw our waste materials here and there. Why? Because it will make the place untidy and unpleasant. And many kinds of insects will live there, making our surrounding untidy. Okay? So, dustbin should be kept covered and cleaned every day. Dustbin should not be open. Dustbin should always be covered, and it should be clear every day, so that the mosquitoes and flies don't live in those waste materials. If they live on this waste materials and if they enter our house, what will happen? It will make us fall sick. Okay, it will make us fall sick. That is why we should always throw our waste material into the dustbin. Okay, now next is floor should be cleaned daily using a germ killer. The floor of our houses should be cleaned regularly using a germ killer. Yes or no? Because we walk outside and again we enter into our house wearing slippers, shoes. Yes or no? It carries so much of germs inside. That is why floor should be cleaned every day or regularly using germ killer. Okay? So that it remains clean and healthy. Understood? Now next is bathrooms and toilets should be cleaned regularly, and the drains from kitchens and bathrooms should be well covered to keep away insects such as flies and cockroaches. Okay? Our bathrooms and toilets should also be cleaned regularly. Okay? We should not keep our bathroom and toilets untidy, because many kind of diseases are spread through these bathrooms and toilets only. Understood? If we keep our bathroom and toilet clean, flies, mosquitoes will be there, which will make us fall sick. That is why we must always clean our bathrooms and toilets. Okay? And the drains from the kitchens and bathrooms, the drains that pass from the kitchens and the bathrooms should be well covered. The drains should be covered so that the stagnant water does not gives us bad smell. Okay? Then it should be covered to keep away insects such as flies and cockroaches. These cockroaches and flies, they live in this dirty water. Okay. So to prevent this, we must always keep our drains covered. Okay. And clean. And we should clean it regularly. Okay. Then things should be kept in right places so that the house look neat and tidy. We need not waste time in searching things. Okay, we should always keep our house neat and tidy. How can we keep it? We can keep our house neat and tidy by keeping the things in proper places. We must not throw our things here and there. Okay, we should keep our things in proper places so that even if we want to find some of our things, we need to waste our time in searching those things. Okay. That is why we should keep our things in proper places. Okay. So these were some points that you must follow to keep your house good and neat and clean. Okay. So now students, let us revise once. What did we study today? We studied about house. What is a house? A house is a place where we live in. Okay. A house protects us from heat, cold, rain, dust, storms, etc. Okay. And houses are built according to the climate of the places that we live in. Understood? Now, and then we studied what are the different kinds of houses. Those are KUTCHA house and PUCCA house. Okay. KUTCHA houses are made up of mud, wood, straws. Those are called as KUTCHA houses. And houses that are made up of concrete, bricks, cement, stone, timber, etc. These are called as PUCCA houses. Okay. And what are the materials required to build a PUCCA house? We need bricks to build wall and roof, then wood for window frames, cement to make concrete, then steel to make house frames, stones to mix with the cement to do the plaster of the walls, and glasses for the windows. Okay, so these are the materials used to make a PUCCA house. And what are the materials we need to make a KUTCHA house? We need mud, straw, wood, bamboo, etc. Okay, these are the materials we need to make a KUTCHA house. We need to build a KUTCHA house. Okay. Then what are the different kind of houses? There are many different kind of houses according to the places and the climate. Yes or no? First is apartments. What are apartments? Apartments are tall buildings with small houses, and these apartments are built in big cities where there is no huge space. That is why people build apartments. Okay, so that many people can stay together in one apartment. Okay, apartment consists of small houses. Okay, then comes bungalow. Bungalow are big houses with many rooms. Okay, they are built outside the cities where enough space is available. And these bungalows are not built in cities, they are built outside the cities where there is very huge amount of space. Okay, then mud houses and huts. These houses are made of mud, using mud, straws, and these are built in villages. Okay, these houses are made of mud walls and straw roofs that keeps the house cool even in hot summer days. Okay, then comes caravans. Caravans are houses on wheels. People who travel from one place to another to buy or sell things live on caravans. Caravans are small houses, a cottage-like house with only a small single room that can be moved from one place to another, and that are driven by horses. Okay, and sloped roof houses are built in mountain ranges where there is heavy rainfall, and this Slope-roof houses helps the roof to drain off the rainwater. Okay. Then there is stilts, houses on stilts, houses that are built on the pillars where there is heavy rain and constant flood. The areas where there is heavy rain and constant flood, they built houses on stilts. Stilts means houses that are built on pillars, long pillars. Okay. Then bamboo house. Bamboo house is also a type of still house. Okay. It is also built on pillar of bamboos. Understood? Then igloos. Igloos are made up of snow, and these igloos are made in the polar region where there is very cold throughout the year, extremely cold. And the dome shape, the round shape of the igloo helps to keep warm inside. Okay. Then tents. These tents are made using clothes. Okay, these tent houses are made using clothes. These tents are built in desert areas where it is very hot. Okay, this cloth allows breeze to blow inside the tent that keeps the tent cool in the summer days. Okay, in the hot days. Understood? Then how can we keep our house good and clean? We can keep our house good and clean by not making our house dirty. Yes or no? A house can be big or small. Yes, it can have one or many rooms, but we should keep our house neat and clean. The essential features of a good house are: a good house should be well lit, airy and clean. A good house should be well lit, airy and clean. Okay. Living in a good house keeps us healthy and happy. It keeps away the insects and germs that are found in dirty places. A good and clean house keeps away the insects that spread disease and make us fall ill. Okay. Now what are the ways by which we can keep our house good and clean? The first feature is sunlight. Sunlight is very essential for us. Okay, it keeps the house free from germs. What does it do? It keeps the house free from germs. That is why a house should have doors and windows so that the sunlight can get into the houses, to let in the sunlight into our houses. And sunlight keeps our house healthy by killing the germs from our house. Okay, then clean and fresh air. Clean and fresh air keeps us healthy. That is why we should have enough windows and doors in our house so that clean and fresh air can enter into our house. Okay. There should be wire netting in doors and windows to stop the entry of insects such as mosquitoes, flies, cockroaches, etc. Okay. And these nettings in our doors and windows, these wire nettings also allows sunlight and air to come inside our house. Okay. Then house waste should be thrown into dustbin. The waste from our house should be thrown into dustbin. We should not throw our waste here and there inside our house. It makes our house untidy. Okay. Floor should be cleaned daily with germ killer. The floor of our house should be cleaned daily with a germ killer. Okay. Then bathrooms and toilets should be cleaned regularly. These bathrooms and toilets should be cleaned regularly so that it keeps away the insects such as flies and cockroaches. Okay. And the drains from our kitchens and bathrooms should be covered so that it does not get contaminated and it does not allow these insects to live in it. Okay. These insects spread disease. That is why we should keep our bathroom neat and clean. Okay. Now next, things should be kept in proper places. Things in our house should be kept in proper places so that we don't need to keep on searching for the things. Okay. So that we don't need to keep on searching for the things if we want to find. Okay. If we keep our things in proper places, we can find our things easily. Okay. So today we learned about housing. In the next class we will continue with clothing. Okay. With the part 2. We will continue with part 2, that is clothing. So students, I will give you some homework. You please do it at home. You write it down in your copy. Okay. Now let us see the questions. Okay. So students, you please write these questions at home in your copy. Okay. How does a house protect us? The first question is, how does a house protect us? How does it protect us? It protects us from heat, cold, rain, storms, wild animals, etc. Okay. Then what are KUTCHA houses and PUCCA houses? You can write the answers. KUTCHA houses, houses that are made up of mud and straw are known as KUTCHA houses. And houses that are made up of concrete, cement, bricks, stone, etc. are known as PUCCA house. Okay. What are the materials need to build a PUCCA house? What are the materials? Like cement, brick, yes or no? Stones, etc. Okay. Then what are the 3 essential features of a good house? The 3 essential features of a good house is, a good house should be well lit, clean and airy. Okay. It should have a good source of air. Okay. Then what could happen if we live in a dirty house? If we live in a dirty house, we may fall ill. Okay. Why should doors and windows of a house have wire netting? Because doors that have wire netting, doors and windows that have wire netting keeps away the insects like flies and mosquitoes. Okay, that is why our doors and windows should have wire netting. Okay, so students, this was all about housing. In the next class, we will continue with clothing. Okay, we will learn about clothes. Okay, so till then, take care. See you again in the next class. Okay.